treasure in our hearts forever. You were our first special friend to entertain us, and you helped us from day one with anything we needed help with. You did a lot of translating, as we did not speak a word of Spanish. When we bought our land and started building Poco Cielo, you were right there from day one, and we still laugh about the time when Gary was digging a trench from the gate to the cabin for a water line, about 100 feet long, 4 feet deep. And you were, as Gary would say, laughing your head off, and he couldn't understand why. A while later you said, "Okay, Gary, are you forgetting there's no frost in Costa Rica?" I remember a brunch we did at Poco Cielo, and you did not have very much sleep the night before, and you fell asleep sitting up in your chair, right there over brunch. I was in the kitchen doing something, and I looked towards the tables and noticed you had fallen asleep sitting up. However, within a few minutes you woke up, then you immediately stood up and began to give a speech, and it went like this. "I want to thank everyone for coming to Poco Cielo for brunch today. We really appreciate it." That was such a special moment for me, and it was very funny. Gary and I still laugh about it to this day. I knew right then and there that you felt at home at Poco Cielo and part of our family as well. It meant a lot to both Gary and I. Our children and their spouses love you as well. And they couldn't wait to stop by Rick's Internet Cafe for a visit and a cappuccino whenever they arrived from Canada. Oh my goodness, Richard, nobody can replace you. And we will never forget you. One thing for sure, you have put a lot of life into the life you have lived. And you have touched a lot of people's lives. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts and for being an awesome friend. And thank you for introducing us to so many great friends through Rick's Internet Cafe, the best meeting place ever. One last thing, no one says welcome home better than you. Rick's Internet Cafe, he made me feel welcome from the start. I will miss his welcome home whenever I'm able to be entertained. Rick was where he wanted to be, doing what he wanted to do, and we should celebrate his life.
He taught me things about sales I never knew. He wrote in fast cards and hung with fast people. My guess is we wouldn't recognize the man he was back then. And that's all right, because we love the man who just left us. Rick was in the Marines during the Vietnam era, raced cars, was an orphan, never married, had a dream and died with them, had dreams and died with them still warm in his pocket. Hey, the cat went out fast, wearing a smile. That's right. Class act. No
That's right.
One special mention on behalf of Willie Romers and his stepson, Johan Aguilar, who's probably 9 or 10 years old now, who Rick sponsored on a new KTM 50cc motorcycle a year or two ago, and with what was probably the last of Rick's money, and with Willie tuning and training, Johan won national championship in his class in the second year of racing. Call it a shooting star out of Atenas if you like. He sure made everyone proud and displayed a proper humility through it all. None of this would have been possible without Rick.
El amor sigue en nuestro corazón. We have not lost Rick or anyone who died before us. We all go there. We keep them alive in our hearts. Thank you very much for all the people to come today. We lost a very good friend, and we all feel pain in our heart, but we need to be very happy. He is in one place. We're going to go there, and we're going to see him one day. Thank you very much.
Few people would ever take the time to care. Rick did. In all the letters, you always heard him say, "Welcome home." Now, I've traveled back and forth for 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off, almost 4 years straight. And the thing that I looked forward to the most was leaving the airport, coming through the gate, and hearing, "Welcome home, Calvert. Welcome home."
I don't know that I can.
When Joe and I came to obtain us, I think Rick was like one of the first people, like Gene said, that we met at Rick's Internet Cafe. I would come every day to have a cappuccino because I loved him, and he was the only place in town that had cappuccinos. I will remember his sense of humor. He made me laugh so hard sometimes, especially, he said when gringos would ask the most stupid questions. At that point, he was renting cars. I forget, Mapache? And there was a sign right above the bar there that said, "Cars for rent here." And he said, one day somebody came in, and there was a sign right there in black and white, and the person said, do you rent cars here? And Rick said, do you see that sign up there? Of course I rent it. So that's what made me laugh, just a sense of humor, and some of the stories he would tell.
Well, I can't actually say too many things in public because most of the really great stories I have to be discussed over a bottle of wine and or individually because they're not really appropriate. But I do have to say I've known Rick, I think since the second he stepped in town, because I've been here longer than he has. And we always had this special connection because he knew that I was here to do stuff for the community, and as part of the community, I wasn't just passing through. And he felt the same way. He always said, this is my community, this is your community. And he always told me, anything you want to do for this community, I'm in. And he was just like that. He just wanted to participate in anything that would make this community a better place. And he was just amazing in that sense. And he said, if you want to hear some of the funnier sides, you'll have to...
I got a bottle of wine at the house.
Yeah, we'll talk about those later.
One time,
un trabajo que necesitaba hacer y
one job that I need to do
era una interpretación
is interpretation.
de el clásico gringo que viene a disfrutar a Costa Rica
The classic gringo that comes to Costa Rica
con su camiseta como playera,
with all this teacher, Hawaiian teacher,
su puro para relajarse
and
And the cigar.
cigar for relax. In this picture,
Recuerdo que me dijo,
I remember he told me,
sí, claro, amigo, venga a mi
yeah,
casa,
sure, my friend, come my home,
tome las fotos que necesite,
take
tranquilo.
the pictures that you needed.
Era buen amigo,
He's a very good friend.
I met Rick 22.5 years ago. And it feels like I've met the guy all my life. The guy had that ability, I guess. He grew on me. And I met the guy on the racetrack. I raced cars. We shared the passion for racing. And he was always there to help in a proper way. I remember so many times when the racing was not going good at all. I usually get out of the car and go to my secret, I call it, it's not secret by the way, but my secret place. So I go there and the track and just, start like a kid, really pissed at myself, at the team, at everybody. And Richard was the only one who actually knew where that place was, and he was always there. He showed up immediately. I was with my cigarette, looking at my feet, extremely pissed, and he managed to, in 5 minutes, to get me back on track, to get my mind focused, to get myself in peace, and ready to go to race again. But beyond racing, I mean, he was a great friend. He loved me. He loved my family. He loved my daughters. Particularly my Jose, since she also shares the passion for racing. And we shared a lot of dreams regarding what we were going to do in the near future regarding her racing career. And I'm going to make sure that I want to honor that Richard's desires, and hopefully I'm going to be able to make those dreams come true. It's so difficult. I'm really going to miss that guy. And I love him very much, as well as my family. So again,
Marcos, I have to tell you, because I was with Rick in the ambulance. He was like me, he loved speed. Just like you. He would have loved his last ride. He would have been so happy to be away from that last ride. It was the kind of ride he would love.
yeah, we will win the championship. I'll let you guys know.
I think you'll all agree with me. They always make you smile and always say hello. Like a lot of people said, they always welcome home wherever you come back from the States or back in Canada or wherever you're coming back from. You just go out of town to have dinner. Come back and say, welcome back. But anyway, let me say a word to Rick. Salute you.
I don't have anything bad. I remember about Rick, all of the experience I've had with him as a neighbor, as a friend, and as a client from his coffee. Remember going in some Thursday night suppers he would make, and a lot of people would get there, and a lot of people that are here have met there at these suppers, and it was quite pleasant, and I remember everybody having a good time. And at the end, Rick and I had a motocross club going together, and we kept that for 1 year. There's even one of the riders that's here right now. His name is Ander with the green shirt. So Rick and I have helped 5 kids, or 4, go through the motocross season economically. So we help them with the traveling and the hotels and the food, and it was quite a good experience. Rick would be very early in the morning, would pick me up, and we would go pick up the kids, and we would go to the races, and all the kids were very grateful about Rick helping them, and then after that we would go sometimes to the coffee and have some pizza with him, and after the races. So I have very good memories of Rick, and I hope he rests in peace.
I'm going to try right now while I can. Rick was a very, very, very close friend of mine. I probably spent as much time, if not more, with Rick than anyone here all combined. We had accidents together. He was quite a character. He taught me a lot of amazing, amazing things that I didn't know, that one person could know that many things, actually.
Guys, I want to say thanks, Rick. Thank you very much for who you were as a person, who you were as a community, for bringing all these people together. And we all enjoy him, whether it be in a small way, because we only knew him shortly or for a long period of time. He was a wonderful man. I think he would just sit back with a big smile on his face watching this, just thinking how crazy we all are. But it'd be much appreciated by him. And I'm sure they're going to miss him a lot. Thank you.
Rick adopted